Hi, everybody. I'm coming to you from the West Coast, Canada, and wow, what exciting times we're living in. It's been a while since I've done a post here or I've done a video like this. Um, we've got some exciting things going on in the world. As usual, we're still caught in this divide of evolution that we're going through, but the West is rising up right now. There is a major protest going on in Canada. If you haven't heard about it, dial into it because it is phenomenal. Yeah, so as many of you know, I talk a lot, well, I'm all about spirituality. My name is Jennifer Quick, and I'm all about spirituality. I'm about living as a spiritual being in a human form. And I talk about spiritual concepts in relation to our actual living. And today I want to talk about emotions. So as I said, I live in Western Canada. And in Canada right now, we have a massive protest going on all across Canada. There's a huge convoy. It's getting world news, well, some world news. Our personal media is still reporting this as nothing, and it's barely a blip, but hey, we know that. The reality is, we've broken all world records on the longest convoy ever. I've heard up to 150 kilometers long right now. I've heard there's been millions and millions of dollars raised in support of it. There's a ton of information coming out, and actually, there's a lot of truckers in the U.S. that are coming to join us as well, to join the Canadians in this rise up that's going on. So what I wanted to actually talk about today is because I'm following this. As you guys know, I'm all about freedom. You cannot be a spiritual being if you are not about freedom. Okay, that we need freedom in order to fully express ourselves with free will. Remember that a gift from spirit that comes with being human, free will. We need to, protect our freedom. So anyhow, freedom is a big thing. So when all this convoy stuff started up, there was huge rallies. There was a big support and everything going on. There's tons of stuff all over social media about it. It's really exciting that so many people have risen up and are voicing their concerns about our freedom. So this should make me really excited, and it does. It just makes my heart swell, and I'm so proud to be Canadian again. But there's another side that's happening that I'm like, wow, what is going on here? Because I'm finding myself to be really, really emotional. My emotions, I'm having a hard time keeping them under control. As of right now, I'm even saying this, I'm starting to choke up. I can feel it. So I'm like, what is going on here? And that's what drew me to be inspired to do this video today. Because I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people are feeling the emotion. The last 2 years especially has been unbelievable, no matter where you stand on your position of what's going on in the divide. It has been an emotional scene. And so I thought with this whole thing coming up, I'm all this joy and everything else, but with it is coming all this feeling. And so I needed to dive in and figure out what this was about, because it came out, I had anger, and I had not just anger, I had rage coming out of me. And I'm like, that's not a normal feeling for me anymore. It was years ago, but I'm not anymore. And I'm like, why am I so angry? Why have I got this rage? Why have I got this? There's a couple things happening. Okay. One is a lot of us, the energy that's going on right now, there's this massive swell of movement that's going. And what it brings out inside is our inner rebel. We all have an archetype of the rebel. We want to rebel. Okay, that's a part of it. Everybody has that. And when you get a movement like what's happening right now, especially in the wake of such huge divide, right? We've got huge divide, and the pressure of that divide just is long. We're tired. Enough is enough. Like it's right. So in the wake of all that, our inner rebel comes to life. And we just want, yeah, right on. We want to be warring out there with everything else. We want to do something, and we want to be a part of it all and everything. And it's really almost anticlimactic to be peaceful and calm and just happy and holding up the light, right? Because that's what we do. We want to hold up the light. And we want to stay in heart coherence. Like my heart coherence, it's blown. I got no heart coherence going on right now. I've tried to go in meditation and bring that in, and it's just not right there. But I understand it, and I'm listening to my heart, and that's the big thing here. So I talk a lot about heart coherency because it's coordinating your brain and your heart, and that's really where we need to exist, and then we need to bring in our body to that as well. But our heart is that bridge between our spiritual and our physical bodies. So right now, our heart is feeling a lot of emotions, and they're coming to the surface, and we're wanting to express them. And so the inner rebel is coming out. We're also tired. There's an exhaustion. There's a feeling of being unheard. There's a feeling of injustice. There's anger, and it doesn't matter what side of this divide you're on. The emotions are kind of the same in both ends. And there's a varying degree of extremity at both. We are all tired. It's been going on too long. There's been too much fear. Whether you're afraid of a virus or you're afraid of our government, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of fear. And we're feeling that. And now there's this wave coming through. It's bringing these emotions back to the surface. And not only that, so we have our own emotional heart and our inner rebel that's coming out, and these emotions that are coming out and everything, and we're feeling them. Remember, we need to feel them. We need to observe them, acknowledge them, and let them go. We don't want to be acting on them. We don't want to be attaching any stories to them. Remember to keep your focus on moving forward in life in the light. And remember, this is the Great Awakening. We are moving into the most phenomenal time in human history. You are watching an evolution happen. Not only you're watching it, you are participating in it. And remember, the way we're participating is by raising those vibrations. And how do we raise those vibrations? We stay in compassion. We stay in the state of love. So remember that. So don't attach to these emotions. Don't put a story to them or anything else. Let them go, right? And whatever you do, I really highly advise, don't attach your rage, your anger, your frustrations and everything to a particular person. So there's a lot of people on social media that are lashing out, and they're posting all sorts of opinions and everything else. And don't be afraid. I'm not saying don't do it, and I'm not saying to be afraid or anything else. I'm saying don't engage the argument. Don't increase the divide. Right? We want to come together as a country, as a people, right? We want to awaken into a world of compassion as an entire population, right? So we don't need to go aggressively at somebody. You can state your opinion, but try and keep the anger and the rage. Don't direct it at somebody. Observe it and let it go. Don't attach the story. But try and you certainly can say your opinion. You certainly can say what your truth is, because absolutely we always need to stand in truth. That is one of the most important things, stand in truth, right? That's the whole thing behind freedom, is to be able to stand in truth. So it's important to stand in your truth, and it's definitely important to get your message out there and everything. I'm just cautioning you to let the rage pass and don't engage with rage. So watch what the energy vibration you're holding when you are posting, when you're answering, when you're on it. Are you caught into the divide? I've posted a few things. I'm caught in the divide. I try and catch myself. I try and pull them. I pull them back down when I put them up, and then I go, ooh, nope, I'm gonna pull them off. And I have to remind myself sometimes that not everybody has the same sarcastic humor I have. So sometimes they take things wrong. So that's okay. But just keep that in mind. All right. And you're going to feel these emotions, and that's okay, because part of rising up our vibration as a whole is that we have to acknowledge these low vibrational feelings and emotions that we've had. And we have to allow them to just drift by, right? So we feel and let go. Remember that theme right from the very beginning? There's been this theme of feel it, see it, let it go. All right. And that's what you need to do now. So as we're watching everything unfold, and I highly recommend, like, as it's running this balance of watching what's going on, participating, standing in your truth, getting your message out there, being who you are, right? All that is so important, and to participate in humanity, and especially in this amazing evolutionary time that we're in. But we have to balance that with our inner peace and our inner vibration. Remember, it's about the vibration that you're holding. So really be aware of what is your vibration. And take self-care. So bubble baths, removing it with Epsom salts helps removes a lot of toxins emotionally as well as physically. Getting out in nature, going for a walk, visiting with friends, right? Um, all that kind of stuff, right? Physical touch, right? Spend some time with a loved one. All these are really, really important to help reset our vibration to the one that we want to be upholding, which is that of love, right? Compassion, love. But so I don't want to put a but in there. Why did I say but? Anyhow, hold on to that. All right. So to remember, I'm going to wrap this up. This is kind of a rambly one. This is what happens when you don't do videos all the time, right? You get into these things and you start rambling away. So anyhow, sorry to ramble, folks. My message today is I want to tell you that everything you're feeling is perfectly normal. You have elation of happiness and joy, and you can have absolute rage and fear and anger and outcry. You can be, it's somewhere in between the two. It's all good. It is all good. It is all part of the evolution that we're going through. It's all part of what you are experiencing. You're transforming that energy, right? You're moving that vibration up. So we cannot heal what we don't acknowledge. So acknowledge it, but don't attach a story to it. Let it go. All right. And the stories get attached when we look at what our interactions are. So when you go to interact with the world today, make sure to take a step pause before you do it. Before you go on Facebook, before you send the email, before you phone that person or whatever it is that you're going to do, before you do that, just take that half second and go, what's my vibration? All right. And if you are on any of the polarities, take a step back, observe what you're feeling, let it go, right? Transform it and bring yourself back to that center of being love, compassion, joy. We're watching an evolution take place and it's exciting. And I want you to be excited about it, but I also want you to watch your vibration. All right. I hope any of this helped you. And I hope, anyhow, this is my message for the day. I'm going to start doing some more videos. A lot of people have been asking me to do that, so I'm going to start doing that. I'm also wanting to let you know I'm developing a new program, and I'm just got a slow release going on it now. If you're interested, let me know. But it's all about embracing your soul purpose. And this is approaching living in third dimension as a soul being. This is bridging this gap between our spiritual understanding and our actual living as a divine creator. I'm bridging that gap in this program. I'm really, really excited about it. I'm still in development of it, but if you want to come along and be part of my beta group, come check me out, send me a message. I'd be happy to hear from you. And yeah, it's about embracing your soul, and it's revolutionary. I'm so excited about it. Anyhow, talk to you later, folks. Have a great day. Love and light. Keep it happy. Bless you. Love you all. Bye.